Evening here at Fanco. Good evening and welcome for the third. Good evening and welcome for the. Good evening and. Good evening and welcome for the third game of the evening here at Fancode DCC X10. We are at the Sevens Cricket Stadium. The game is between 7 and 11. Evening here at Fancode DCC X10. We are at the Sevens Cricket Stadium. The game is between 7 and 11. 7 districts taking on 11 A's. I've got the two captains here with me along with the match referee for 7 districts. We've got Heather Ali. Right in the center is the match referee, Mr. Shiju Sam. And on to his left is the captain of 11 A's, Kunain Abbas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you back for match number 24 of the Fancode DCC X10 Division 1 tournament at the 7th Stadium in Dubai. The game between 7 districts and 11 Ace. Without wasting any more time, let's head down for the toss with Shoaib Ahmed.
Good evening and welcome for the third game of the evening here at Fancode DCC X10. We are at the 7th Cricket Stadium. The game is between 7 and 11. 7 districts taking on 11 Ace. I've got the two captains here with me along with the match referee for 7 districts. We've got Heather Ali. Right in the center is the match referee, Mr. Shiju Sam. And on to his left is the captain of 11 Ace, Kunain Abbas. The home side is 7 districts and Heather is going to flip the coin. Tails.
And it is tails.
Tails it is. Kunain, you've won the toss. What do you want to do and why?
Yeah, I'd love to bat first since chasing is a little bit difficult here. So going with the previous games, we would love to put the runs on the board and then come back and defend it.
Tell us a little bit about the journey so far for 11 Ace. What do you think of it?
I think it was up and down in the beginning, but now we have got a little bit consistent and we have got the combinations right. I think that's much more important than the other things. So we want to keep that form going and see what we can do in the future.
Players to look out for in your side?
We have a couple of youngsters. We have Nilansh, good left-arm spinner, Sultan and experience, and of course Nasir Aziz also an experienced player, and at the top batsman Usman Khan, you know, of course is doing really well with his bat, and also Sagar.
So basically the entire team is something to look forward to.
Yeah, we are actually playing well, so I want to compliment all the players. We're playing as a team and combinations is getting right in the past couple of games, so we want to keep that form going.
All the best.
Thank you.
Heather, are you happy to do what you're doing? They've decided to bat first.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I also want to bat first, but unfortunately I'm losing the toss. It's happening because toss is not my hand.
What do you think about the dew? Does it play a big role?
Yeah, of course, dew is very important, you know, especially if we're gonna, bowl first. And second time, the main factor is dew coming more. So it's really good for us because, you know, dew coming more and bowl not gripping and not swing. So.
Are you enjoying the tournament?
Of course, this is really good tournament, especially, you know, T10 is very enjoyable. So I'm enjoying, even my whole team is enjoying, you know.
We are enjoying watching you play as well. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
So the news from the center is that 11 Ace have won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Well, thank you very much, Shoaib. As we are about to begin the proceedings for the last game of the day, match number 24 of the Fancode DCC X10 Division 1 event between 7 districts and 11 Ace. A look at the points table. IGM are unbeaten and on 10 points. Defenders and DCC Starlets are on 6 points apiece. VTAC Volts with 4 points, and Liari Kings have not been able to put a point up on the board. Their 5 defeats of their 5 games in Group A. And on the other side of the coin, Group B, 11 Ace and 7 districts are going to be playing today. 11 Ace are on the top due to net run rate with 6 points. Future Mattress are joint top with them at 6 points. Colata Chocolates have taken 4 points of the 4 games. Pacific Group with the solitary win are on 2 points. And 7 districts, who are going to be playing their second game of the tournament today, are yet to put a point up on the board. As we see the powerhouse openers of 11 Ace on the screen. Sagar Kalyan, what a fantastic tournament he's having. And I welcome Shoaib Ahmed into the comm box.
Thank you, Kes. Good evening, everyone. Match number 24, 7 versus 11, like I mentioned at the toss. 7 districts versus 11 ace. 24th match of the first division. And we're nearing the business end, as we can see the umpire Sunij in all readiness for the first ball to be bowled.
Well, I tell you what, Shoaib, what I'm looking forward to most today is the man who we just saw in the background just warming up, Abdul Ghaffar. He's a fast bowler. He opens the bowling for them, and he's a very destructive batsman. They did not send him, 7 districts did not send him up the order in game 1, but he's a very, very dashing batsman.
First ball makes room for himself. It was as if he knew where the ball was going to be bowled. Everything looks like it was orchestrated, but what a batter this is. Usman Khan making room for himself and playing it in the gap. Absolutely brilliant shot to start the game. 4 runs.
It's a good start to his innings. He picked up a little bit of confidence. He was short on runs when they started the tournament, but he got that breezy 30 odd in the last game, and he looks to have picked up a lot of confidence from that inning.
Yeah, he's so good. He's such a destructive batter and good for all formats of the game. Making room again this time. Ghaffar goes wide and beats Usman Khan.
Yeah, I think he wasn't happy with that first ball boundary. This was an effort delivery. We could see him grunt, and we could see the bounce he generated off that wicket. Usman was nowhere near it. And a good start to the game, a good start to a very, very good game with 2 very good sides on display.
Makes room again, and this time he smacks it towards the mid-wicket. Ghaffar, he's bowling that same length again and again, and Usman Khan is punishing him. Back-to-back boundaries, yes, 1 dot ball, but this looks like a good contest here.
It looks like a very good batting wicket as well. Full value for money for the shots you're playing, and Usman Khan looks in tremendous touch. What a good start for 11 ace.
Ghaffar should try something different, get that ball close, up, full, because Usman Khan is anticipating that short ball. Slower delivery this time, and umpire Sunij thinks that it's a fair delivery.
Well, Usman is a little bit surprised with that one. He thought it was a wide. A 50-50 call.
I think Usman moving away from the crease has made Sunij think that he could have reached the ball had he not moved, and hence it's been given as a legal delivery, which I think is a fair call. 4 balls, 8 runs, 2 more to go.
Yeah, it was a good decision, considering what Usman was trying to do. And he's hit that over the mid-off fielder for a maximum. He did not look like he timed that, but the quality of the man is such that, you know, he's such a good batsman. Have a look at that shot.
Yeah, it didn't come right from the middle. It was hit a little bit late. Not perfect timing, but as you mentioned, he's such a class act. Usman Khan, he's played that straight down the ground, and he's got 6 runs. 14 in the first 5 deliveries.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this game. And we haven't seen Sagar Kalyan face a ball yet. And we know what he can do with the bat as well. We're in for a very interesting context.
Short and cut over point this time. What an expensive over, and what great batting on display here at Sevens Cricket Stadium from Usman Khan. First over is up. It's 18 for no loss.
As we have a look at the lineups, the 11 ace, Usman Khan, Sagar Kalyan, Kunain Abbas, the captain and wicketkeeper. He's been in good touch. Riaz Khalik, the left-arm spinner. Rahul Raghubir Chopra, Khalid Shah, Nasir Aziz. He had a wonderful last game. Ehsan Shehzad, Sultan Ahmed, Fayaz and Mubin Ali.
Yes, and for 7 districts, Shehzad Ali, Mohammad Zamir, Mohammad Sagir, Farman Ali, Lahiru Sandaruwan, Abdul Ghaffar, Mohammad Farooq Moman, the leg spinner, Shahid Nawaz, Haider Ali, the captain, Hafiz Almas and Abdul Shakur, the wicket keeper.
Well, the X factors for me in that the 7 districts team will be Abdul Ghaffar and Abdul Shakur. How they bat is going to be paramount to how the team performs.
Absolutely. It's on them to get them to a good start, get 7 districts to a good start, so that they can chase whatever total is set by 11 ace in the first innings. Haider Ali, the captain, comes in, bowls the first ball on the pads, and Sagar Kalyan, he'll not miss out on that. Beautiful hit towards backward square leg, 4 runs. Swept well. It was not a ball to be swept because it was too full, but he still managed to get that behind square. That's good batting from Sagar.
Well, when you're in such good touch, you know, even balls that are not meant to be played in a certain direction, you seem to be good enough to execute those shots, and that's what we're seeing on display here right now.
Plays it straight to mid-off, a fumble, and they'll get that 1 run. Yeah, you're right. 2 good batters, 2 explosive openers for 7 districts. For 11 ace, beg your pardon, it's Usman Khan and Sagar Kalyan. And as you mentioned, Sagar Kalyan is in such good form and he enjoys batting here at this ground, at this venue. The ball does come onto the bat nicely, and when that happens, the batters always, get that advantage. And good batters, they make sure they capitalize and make use of the favorable conditions.
Yeah, and they're trying to put early pressure on the 7 district side with the way they're batting. As we see a rare dot ball, a very, very well played forward defense by Usman Khan.
Cut straight to point. They won't take that single. Sagir, the man at point.
He's another dashing batsman. He's going to have an important role to play in the 7 districts batting. And Usman Khan has hit that straight. Again, there's no fielder there. He's operating with a long off, and he's found that gap to perfection and scored another boundary for his team.
That was a good shot again. Usman Khan, he is playing such an important knock, such a special innings. Every ball right from the middle of the bat. This time he plays it towards long on and gets 4 runs. Special player this one, Usman Khan.
He's come down the wicket and he's again found the gap between that extra cover and point region. He scores another boundary, 13 of the over, and 11 ace are off to a flyer with 31 in the end of 2.
Shahid, the new bowler. 2 overs 31 for no loss. As Shahid Nawaz playing his second innings. He's got a wicket before this. Swing and a miss from Sagar Kalyan. Good start to the over. Trying to target the stumps. I think that's the right plan. It's the floating power play in progress. The third over. That ball just did a little bit. Some movement off the deck. Hit the seam, I think. And it just kept on going towards the leg side.
You know, we had seen a similar ball being bowled to Usman Khan in the previous game, and he had hit that over the mid-wicket region. You remember, I think you and I were commenting then, and we had called it the shot of the day, and that's probably how Sagar Wood should have executed that, as he's proven me wrong. Well, again, oh, that's been hit over that point area for a beautifully executed six. This boy is such an elegant timer of the ball. He looks so effortless while he's batting, and even shots that he just, you know, he just doesn't even give it the full hit. They just seem to go over the boundary.
That was a good shot. Very, very elegant, as you mentioned. That is the key word there, Sagar Kalyan, especially on the offside. We know he's an all-round player, plays everywhere around the park, but that offside, he owns a plot there. And every time he middles the ball on the off, he gets it. He gets value for its shots.
Yeah, there are very few players who have that elegant timing aspect to it. You know, Damien Martin from Australia comes into your mind. You know, perhaps a Mark Waugh, and that's what I mean when I say elegance. It looks so effortless.
And as soon as we talk about elegance, we see a tennis shot here from Sagar Kalyan. Suddenly he's moved from cricket to tennis. Front hand, what do you call it? A forehand shot. Look at that. Well, there's something called as box cricket in India, in Mumbai, where you play a tap shot. And it's also there in the indoors. You see a lot of that shot. It reminded me of that shot.
Well, nonetheless, he's 12 of 5. As Usman takes guard to face the next delivery. That's such a beautiful shot, such a beautifully timed and executed shot by Usman Khan. Again, the shape he maintains is so brilliant. He's such a gifted batsman.
Absolute masterclass, this one from Usman Khan. He did nothing, just timed it and placed it.
And again, unlike most Asian batsmen, instead of, you know, flicking his wrists and putting it towards that square leg mid-wicket region, he's gone straighter. And that's the quality of a batsman.
So true. And that's also a quality of a batsman who's in form right now. Now this time he goes it towards the offside. Chase for the fielder. Good slide coming in from the fielder there at mid-off, and he's done well to stop that boundary and save a few runs for his side.
Again, he's toying with the bowlers and the field placing. He's found that gap to absolute perfection. Haider Ali gave that chase, and he saved a couple of runs for his team as Usman runs through and comes back on strike.
Another full toss from Shahid. This time there is protection in the deep, but that protection is not enough. A misfield from Farooq. Normally we don't see that from Farooq. He's a very good fielder, but he's missed it on that occasion and has gifted 4 runs to 11 ace.
Like, if I give full credit to the 11 ace batsmen, they were charging for that first run. They put Farooq under pressure, and he's normally got a very safe pair of hands. He's such a good fielder, as 11 ace finished the third over at 48 without loss. Let's look at the 11 ace batting card. Usman Khan has started his whirlwind innings, 36 of 13 deliveries. Sagar Kalyan has faced half of those deliveries compared to Usman, and he scored 12. No extras, 48 without loss at the end of 3.
Three overs, 48 for no loss. Usman on 36 of 13 deliveries. And in comes Farooq Moman.
He's been given the task of cleaning up after that thing that he had in the outfield a ball ago.
Oh, that's a good shot again on the pads of Sagar Kalyan. He's swept it behind square. And he'll start that over of Farooq with a 4. And in the process, they crossed the 50-run mark in just 3.1 overs.
That was a poor delivery, ill-directed on the leg side, and all Sagar had to do is help it on its way, and he found that gap to perfection. And again, with the timing this man possesses, it's just raced away to the boundary.
Sweeps it and sweeps it straight to the mid-wicket fielder. Another run added to the total. Change of bats. That's interesting. I don't think they'll be able to do that every delivery.
Well, I think Usman wasn't happy with the way his own bat was performing, so he wants to do something bigger. Maybe he wants to just hit sixes.
Yes, he does want to hit a few sixes. Catch it is the call. Oh, that's poor. That's very poor. What have you done? A chance to get the most informed player out. You've grasped a simple catch. Well, how difficult is this going to be, and how destructive is this going to be for 7 districts?
Well, Usman did not time that at all, and the fielder, a very, very poor effort. And you don't drop batsmen of the quality of Usman Khan and then expect them to forgive you. As that's been bunted down towards the short third man area, they've run through for a single. A reasonable over from Farooq, considering what we've seen in the first 3 overs. He's only gone for 7 of his 4 deliveries.
Oh, beautiful timing, beautiful shot, absolutely brilliant, straight down the ground. Usman Khan, well, the margin of error when you're bowling to this man is very, very less.
Yeah, he's going to punish you if you err in length or in line, and Farooq's borne the brunt of it on the last ball. As we come to the end of the 4th over, 1 ball remaining. Oh, it's down the leg side, and Usman has again helped it on its way over the short fine leg fielder for another boundary. 17 runs off the over, 11 ace are off to a blazing start, 65 without loss at the end of 4.
Four bowlers used, and all the 4 very expensive, haven't taken a wicket yet. A good opening stand for 7 districts for 11 ace, 65 for no loss. And they're still looking good and strong. Four overs, 65. At this rate, they'll cross 150. And if they do, it's going to be a tall task, an uphill task for 7 districts to chase that total down. Almas, Hafiz Almas, a wicket for him before this. An economy of 29. Well, that needs to change.
Well, he's going to want to better that, wouldn't he? But with bowling to the likes of Sagar Kalyan and Usman Khan, it's going to be an uphill challenge. Oh, he's got a wicket off his first ball. A slower delivery. Sagar Kalyan lost his shape. He was in no position to play the shot he was trying to execute. He gets an outside edge and a good catch taken by the wicketkeeper.
I think it's a good ball to start off from Almas. I think he read the situation well and started off with a slower delivery, rolled his fingers, played way too early. Sagar Kalyan had his one hand off the bat, and what a great catch from the veteran Abdul Shakur. Sagar Kalyan out after scoring 18 at the strike rate of 200. It's 65 for 1.
That brings Khalid Shah to the crease. He's going to want to get some runs under his belt. 50 runs in 5 innings at an average of 8.3. His strike rate is pretty good, 200, with a best of 31 not out. He was dismissed cheaply in the last game, and he'd want to make up for that. He's a brilliant young batsman, very stylish, very destructive.
Yes, again, one of the homegrown talents of UAE, has played all his cricket here in the UAE. Khalid Shah was part of the Abu Dhabi T10 as well. And first ball in his zone, he plays that over point. What a great looking shot. You keep bowling there, Khalid Shah will keep playing you there all day, all night long. Excellent way to get off the mark with a 4.
That's going to do his confidence a world of good. A good start to his inning. He likes moving his front foot out of the way to create room to play shots on the offside. He's very good on the leg side as well, mind you. He prefers that area. And we know he's not going to want to hang around. He's just going to try and maximize and get as many runs as he can while he's at the crease.
Almas will have to bring out another plan when he's bowling to the left-hander. Khalid Shah bowls it down the leg side. A fumble from Abdul Shakur. Tries to aim at the stumps at the striking end. That's been called a wide. So 2 runs on the board for 11 ace.
Well, that boundary of the last ball prompted Almas to just change his line and length a little bit. He's ended up conceding 2 wides as we see a replay of that delivery. Tried to roll his fingers over it, ill-directed. And Usman Khan is 1 hit away from his first 50 of the fan code DCC X10 Division 1 event. We have a look at the field placing. They've got the short fine leg and square leg in the circle. They've got 2 fielders patrolling that leg side boundary. 2 fielders on the offside for a cut and extra cover along with a long off. Very well bowled by Almas. That was not an off-pace delivery. He put a little bit into it, and Usman Khan trying to glide that down towards that short third man area. Plays and misses.
Good over from Almas so far. 6 runs off it, 3 deliveries bowled, a wicket, and that too of the danger man Sagar Kalyan. Another danger man is still out there for 11 ace, Usman Khan, who's on 47 of 17. He's 1 shot away from a 50. Well bowled again. Looking for 2, but they will settle for 1. I think that was a good ball. So Almas has shown some great signs of a bowler who can think on his feet. He saw that Khalid Shah, saw that Usman Khan, in fact, shuffled across the stumps, and he still followed him and bowled it right into the block hole. So good bowling from Almas.
Yeah, he bowled well in the earlier game that he played as well, but his figures don't show how, he bowled very similar lines and lengths, but he was just getting hit all over the place. So he looks like a good bowler. He bowls with a lot of variety. He's mixing his deliveries up, which is what we did not see from Abdul Ghaffar when he was bowling that opening over.
That's absolutely right. Couldn't agree more to that case. There comes the slower delivery again. And it was on the stumps, so no room or width for Khalid Shah. He likes the width on the ball. He likes to cut. He likes to play over point. If you don't give him that, you will make him play something that he's not very comfortable doing. 8 runs of the over. One more ball to go.
He'll want to close this over out on a good note. He's bowled a fairly good over, 8 runs conceded, like you said, Shoaib. And the last thing he'd want is to concede a boundary to Usman Khan now to finish off half of 11 aces innings.
Can he get a wicket here? Usman will look to go big. Nicely flicked, beautifully done. The square leg fielder inside the circle. And Usman Khan gets to a 50 in just 18, in fact 19 deliveries. A very, very special knock coming in from Usman Khan. He's the man of the moment for 11 ace. 5 overs bowled, 77 for 1.
Well, a very happy 11 ace dugout. They've gone on to a blistering start, 77 for 1 at the end of 5, as Usman Khan has registered his first 50 of this tournament. And joining me in the comm box is going to be Adil for the remainder of the 11 ace innings.
Just when you thought there's going to be some sanity to the proceedings with that first wicket, Osman goes on and hits that boundary, and Haider will bowl his second over. He's given away 13 runs. Khalid Shah batting on 5. Usman Khan blistering half century of 19 deliveries. In comes Haider.
Well, he's bunted that down towards the long off fielder. They've got adequate protection now. And Khalid Shah has run through for a single.
Well, you would want to give maximum strike to Usman. There's the highlights of Usman's innings. What a beautiful inning. 9 fours and 2 massive sixes. Batted at a strike rate of 273, which is needed in this format. 52 runs, still batting there, of 19 deliveries. He batted really, really well. And now Usman Khan, well, while we're on a break, Usman Khan has hit a boundary, so he's moved on to 56 case. He's batting brilliantly, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of my favorite batsmen on the domestic circuit, along with Sagar Kalyan. So we've talked about some of the best placed teams in the event, and for me, 11 Ace looks like the most balanced unit, along with IGM and Future Mattress. As Usman Khan plays that toward the deep extra cover fielder, slight fumble, and they've run through for 2. And there's cover at the back.
Oh.
Good covering.
I think that's the difference between professional units. Slight fumble, and they came through for a second quick run. 20 runs Haider is given up to now. Usman batting at 58. Next ball. This one is walloped towards cover. Fielder does well, and they go through for a single this time.
So yeah, like we were talking, 11 Ace for me looks like the most balanced unit in the tournament. IGM is a good side, Future Mattress looks like a good side, but I feel 11 Ace is, for me, in my view, they're the favorites for the tournament, based on what we've seen so far.
Haider comes in. Next delivery to Khalid Shah. Very well bowled and feels really well of his own bowling. No run there. Golden dot ball. Guess you were mentioning another bowler, the one who bowled the attack ball. You said you like how he bats as well.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing him bat a little bit up the order as Khalid Shah plays that towards the short third man area. The fielder is giving chase. He's going to pull it in and they're going to run through for 2.
I wonder if we're going to see threes being run like we saw in the World Cup for the T20. I don't think so, because it's a very fast format. At the end of 6 overs, 11 ace, 87 for 1. Almas coming into bowl. His second over. Well bowled. Oh, what a ball that was. Slower delivery and it hit the bat. He was trying to play that paddle shot again and it hits the stumps.
Well, Usman Khan trying to act a little cheeky there. There was no pace on the ball and he's just dragged it onto his stumps. He's going to be disappointed. He was looking to get a good score, a big score. He was looking very dangerous and he's going back to the dugout. 59 of 23. 11 ace are 87 for 2 at the end of 6.1.
Oh, Almas' second delivery is played across his stumps towards square leg 4 of 4. Fayaz gets a boundary first ball.
Well, that was, he put some pace into that delivery and he's got that short fine leg and short square leg in the circle. Fayaz move, he played that over the fielder, very well executed shot.
I think it was more premeditated case rather than anything else. And you off air, you were mentioning you were really wishing to see Usman score 100. He was playing really well.
Well, the inning he's played was as good as 100 for me. Just the way he was batting was phenomenal and exceptional. And 11 ace now just need to carry on the hard work from their openers and finish off with a bang. As Fayaz bunts that towards the point fielder, they're going to run through for a single.
Well, 91 for 92 for 2, 6.3 overs, 11 ace. Almas, every time he's come on, he's taken a wicket. He's given a few runs away. Up to now, 1.3 overs. He's given away 17 runs. 3 more deliveries to go. And what a loss that was for 11 ace, losing Usman to a delivery where Kes rightly said, cheeky shot he tried to play and played it on to his stumps. And Khalid Shah will now face Almas bowling his 4th delivery.
They're operating with 2 fielders outside on the offside for Khalid Shah. And Khalid's played that straight. Oh, what a good, that was a very, very good try from the fielder. He got his hands to it, did all the difficult work, and it's just popped out. Almas is not going to be happy. That could have been a third wicket for him.
Yeah, well, it's like, having a girlfriend and almost getting married. Doing all the hard work and then not. It popped out of his hands. Probably, when you're falling over, his hands were pretty stiff. He must be feeling, dejected after dropping that because, as you rightly said, he did all the hard work there. And I think Almas would be disappointed with that. Could have been wicket number 3, Kes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's a cruel game. It's not a bowler's game. But he's bowled a fairly good spell considering what they were up against. Oh, he's bowled him with another slower one. What a beautiful delivery. Well disguised by Almas. And Khalid Shah has played his shot even before the delivery arrived. He's completely missed that. And Almas has disturbed the timber and bagged his third wicket.
What a delivery, and he's rolled his fingers over it. It seemed off, but regardless of whatever, I think he just absolutely outfoxed Khalid, who is walking back to the pavilion, scoring 10 runs off 7 deliveries, 11 ace now, 94 for 3 in 6.5 overs.
That brings Rahul Chopra to the crease. 76 runs off his 5 innings. And another very, very well bowled delivery. Wide outside off stump. A wonderful over. A brilliant spell from Almas. 19 for 3 of his 2 overs with 11 ace. 94 for 3 at the end of 7.
कितने हो गए सर 94 सर चेक माय लेग चेक माय मिडल थैंक यू
Let's look at the 11 ace batting card. Usman's 59 of 23 balls. Sagar Kalyan 18 of 9. As that ball's been played towards the deep mid-wicket area, Rahul wants a second, sent back by his partner. They're only going to complete one.
Well, they need to up the tempo again after losing those wickets. And right now, this one was played down towards deep mid-wicket. And I think now they probably sense, after getting those 3 wickets, that they're back in the game. In comes Zamir for a second delivery on the leg stump, swept away. This is running towards the boundary. There's no fielder there. Will it? There's a chase, but at the end of it, the ball wins the race.
That's a very poorly directed ball from Zamir down the leg side. He's conceded 4 leg byes.
And I think in the T10 format and the shorter formats, T20 as well, you have to control your extras and these buys and leg buys that you bowl. You've got to bowl a very tight line. In comes Zamir again. This one, he wants to sweep it across the stumps, way wide outside off stump. Completely missed it.
Well, he's got a very nice slog sweep, Rahul Chopra. That's probably why he was trying to execute it. Completely missed it. He did not look happy with that. He's bunted that towards the deep mid-wicket area. Another single brings up 11 aces, 100 in 7.4 overs.
They wouldn't mind the singles being taken. Though Fayaz is batting on 6, Rahul is batting on 1 of 4 deliveries. Missed a couple of shots, and Zamir is coming into bowl his 5th delivery. This one, see the way Fayaz is playing. That's the wrong way to play this. It opens up and tries to play that slog over long on.
Well, his feet went nowhere. Not to the pitch of the ball, not near the ball. Sure, he was better off playing that straight. As he's hit that towards the deep mid-wicket area. There's protection there. Only a single.
So he's predominantly looks like a leg side player, does Fayaz. At the end of 8 overs, 11 ace, 101 for 3.
The 7 districts bowling card. Abdul Ghaffar, very expensive, 18 of his over. Haider Ali bowled 2 overs, 23 for no wicket. Shahid Nawaz, again, very, very expensive. No wicket for 17 of his 1 over. Mohammad Farooq Momand, no wicket for 17 of his 1 over. Hafiz Almas, what a brilliant spell he bowled. 3 for 19 of his 2 overs. And Mohammad Zamir has bowled a brilliant solitary over for 3 runs. As Abdul Ghaffar comes back into the bowling to complete his spell and bowls a very, very good slower delivery. So he's probably learnt from what happened in the first over, and he's bowled a brilliant slower delivery, and he's resulted in a dot ball for his team.
Well, he has to bowl a clever over here because it's a make or break over for them. They've already, 11 aces already passed 100. In comes Ghaffar for the second delivery. This one is outside off stump. Again, slowed down the delivery, played towards long off. Has taken a single. I would expect more, a little more from Mohammad Farooq because he shares our surname. But then again, the T10 is a fast game. Ghaffar's bowling clever spell up to now.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit surprised why Kunain has not come in a little bit earlier. He looks to be in very good touch as Rahul has beautifully scooped that over that vacant short fine leg area, and he's got a boundary for his team. 357 fours in the fan code DCC X10 Division 1 tournament so far.
That's a lot of boundaries and very, very cleverly picked up there and scooped over the wicketkeeper and fine leg for a boundary, and with that they move on to 106 for 3 in 8.3 overs. Ghaffar now feeling the pinch here. He's given away 23 runs in 1.3 overs. He's got to make a comeback with his next 3 deliveries.
And a slower ball. Rahul's tried to reach for it. He's still managed to connect. And they're going to run through for a double. He had no timing or no control over that shot, but he still managed to get 2 for his team.
Lucky not to, get caught as well if ball dropped in no man's land. But then again, you've got to go for these. It was pretty wide because when he came down the wicket, he moved away from his stumps, and that sort of opened up that shot, and he wasn't in control. Fayaz is going to face Ghaffar's 5th delivery now.
Well, that's a brilliant shot by Fayaz, but it's gone straight to the fielder, who's taken a good catch. And Abdul Ghaffar has taken his revenge. He's come back well in his second over as Fayaz falls. He timed that very well, and he just found that one fielder in the outfield. So unlucky. That was Rahul, beg your pardon.
I was wondering, Kes, because Fayaz is predominantly leg side. And a good shot, but unlucky for Rahul. He's walking back to the pavilion dejected because he actually middled it pretty well and went straight to the fielder. That's how harsh this game is. Sometimes you middle the ball really well and you end up giving away your wicket. And good comeback. I'm sure the bowler is happier now. He had a bit of a mini conference going on, and they've sent in Abbas to bat now, and last over and 2 deliveries to go. They would want maximum number of boundaries, Case.
And who better to execute it for them than the captain himself? Kunain Abbas finally at the crease. He doesn't have a lot of time, but he's a powerful striker. He bats really, really well. He got a little bit of form in the last couple of games. As Abdul Ghaffar bowls another slower delivery, which has been bunted towards that point fielder for a single.
I think that's the name of the game. You've got to mix it up and keep the batsman guessing And with that, that's the end of the over. Very well bowled over. Got a wicket for that. And with that, we're into the last over of the game.
Check my middle.
And the last over of the inning. And Fayaz has played that straight down. The long on fielders cleaned it up and they've only run through for a single.
Well directed, almost a Yorker. Tried to play it, Fayaz tried to play it like a full toss, but got it on the bottom of the bat. And that was a good delivery. Kunain will be fancying his chances facing the medium pacer here. Ready to face the delivery now. Here comes the bowler. This one again, a Yorker and delivery. Beautifully guided between point and gully for a 4.
What a beautiful shot from Kunain Abbas. He's just helped that ball on its way. It was a very well-directed Yorker, but he's managed to find that gap between short third man and that backward point fielder. Beautifully executed shot, and that's the class of the man. He's come back into form. He had a couple of dry runs in the tournament, but he's starting to come back into form. We've seen a couple of very good innings played by him over the last 2 games, and he's showing his quality here.
Why does he come so, lower down the order, guess? The next one, beautiful delivery, slower one by Nawaz, and completely beaten there for lack of pace. So why do you think he comes so low in the batting order, guess? Because he looks pretty good.
He's got a powerhouse batting lineup with the likes of Usman Khan and Sagar Kalyan who are performing. So he's obviously that, and that's one of the things I like about this the 11A side. They're sticking to their guns with their top order, with their batting order, and that's why they're scoring heavily and they're starting to win games as well. A full toss, bunted by Kunain Abbas towards mid-wicket. He's trying to go for a second, but he's sent back by his partner.
He would have been, probably a bit dejected because that was a full toss. He would have wanted to hit it out of the park, but nevertheless, they still got a good total on the board. And Kunain, you can see he missed on that one because lower full toss. He couldn't come under the ball, Kes.
I think it came quicker than he expected, and he wasn't, that's why he wasn't able to get anything on it. Oh, that was a very well-directed bouncer by Shahid Nawaz.
You can see that cheeky smile on Shahid's face. He's almost hit him on the helmet, if I'm not mistaken. Completely, mistimed the shot, walked down it did hit him on the helmet, and Shahid, you can see Shahid almost hit each other as well on the way through, but he smiles.
That was an off-spin bouncer. You could see he generated a little bit of turn off that delivery. It was a slower ball bouncer that was bowled as an off-spinner, and the umpire is just having a look at Fayaz's helmet.
Yeah, you've got to be very careful with these helmets. If there's a crack, you have to replace it. This delivery, again a short delivery, slower one. It's played towards mid-wicket. No one to grab the ball. Coming back for 2. Oh, that's a direct hit. And Ghafoor appeals for it. They call in the third umpire's services. I think that's out because he's walking out.
Well, a comedy of errors here. A lackluster effort from that fielder at the deep mid-wicket boundary. He could have done better to get to that ball, but then he's recovered very, very well, and he's executed a fantastic throw. And Kunair Abbas is about a few inches short, and he's got his man with a direct hit.
Yeah, that's another wicket down. A comedy of errors, you know. And they're 114 for 4 now. Our 11 ace. And that's the captain walking out.
That's the end of the 11 ace innings. As we have a look at the highlights, and Usman Khan, what a brilliant performance from him. He was toying with the fielders, he was toying with the bowlers. He took Abdul Ghaffar for a mountain of runs in the first over, and he just did not stop. Him along with Sagar Kalyan looked absolutely brilliant. They were smashing the ball to all parts of the ground. They got that furious start. Sagar Kalyan joined in the party that was just shot of the day for me so far. They were looking for a big score. They looked good for a very big score. All over the park, 6s and 4s. It was raining boundaries while these two were at the crease. Usman Khan scoring a brilliant 59. Until that happened, Sagar Kalyan was the first one to go. And 11 ace finished off their innings at 115 for 5. And we're going to take a short break and come back with 7 Districts Reply.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, and all the lovely kids watching. This is match number 24, innings number 2. We have 11 ace who scored 115 for 5. 7 extras were bowled in those 10 overs. Usman 59 of 23. Sagar Kalyan 18 of 9. Khalid was bowled Almas 10 of 7. Fayaz 9 runs not out of 9 deliveries. Raghubir 6 of 7. And the bowling card: Abdul Ghaffar 2 overs 24 for 1. Haider Ali 2 overs 23 for no wicket. Shahid Nawaz 2 overs 24 for no wicket. Mohammad Farooq 1 over 17 for no wicket. Pick of the bowlers: Hafiz Almas 2 overs 19 runs for 3 wickets, and Mohammad Zamir 1 over, and he bowled a beautiful over, 1 over 3 runs. And we're about to start the run chase. 116 runs needed for 7 district, and they're going to, the openers are Mohammad Saghir and Abdul Shakur. First delivery by Sultan, who is used to bowling the new ball. First delivery on the money, played back by Saghir, back to the bowler. So that's first ball is a dot ball. Ball came in a little bit. Second delivery, he tries to play a slog shot, this one towards mid-wicket, and with that they complete a single. So of the second delivery, they've got the first run on the board, and now it is Abdul Shakur facing Sultan, chasing 116 runs of 10 overs. With me in the comm box is Qais.
Well, that's a wide down the leg side, and good running. They've pinched a single. There's going to be 2 runs, and Sultan is going to have to bowl that one again.
Sultan is pretty used to bowling the new ball. He bowls it in all the domestic games, 50 overs, 20 overs, 20 whatever he's playing. 3 runs so far of the first 2 deliveries. Saghir faces this one, is tossed up, right up to the block hole, played towards mid-off. Very hard hit, but there we are. Well, they go through for a single. So they're running well, Kes.
Yeah, and these boys, both of them, Abdul Shakur and Mohammad Saghir, they're both known as power hitters. You're not going to expect them to hang around, so they're going to want to take their chances in the power play itself.
This one again on the money, glided towards the short fine leg, and they go through for a single. The one good thing is, even if you're a power hitter, if you can't hit the ball, take that quick single or the quick doubles as well. So they're doing their job. Right now, 4 deliveries gone. He's only given away 5 runs, so he'll be happy so far with this over. This next one again, brilliantly bowled, slightly quicker. Saghir tries to hit it really hard, plays it down towards long on, and at that, with that, just another single.
It's been a good over from Sultan so far. They're defending a above par score, and he started off very, very well. This is going to put a little bit of pressure on the 11 ace batsman. And what I'm really looking forward to is, as that's another wide directed down the leg side, I'm looking forward to Nasir Aziz's bowl. He turned the match on its head in the first over that he bowled against Pacific Group a couple of days back. So he's going to be an important cog in the wheel for the bowling side. That's hit the leg, my friend. That's not out. End of the over. 11 ace are 7 for none.
Lemre is chasing 116, 7 runs of the first over. Mohammad Saghir again to face the opening pair of Mohammad Saghir and Abdul Shakur, known for their big hits. Mubin Ali, 2 innings, 4 wickets, 15 runs is in economy, and average of 3.75. Pretty good. And Kes gave me a thumbs up when he came into bowl because he likes Mubin bowling in, comes in to bowl to Saghir. This one, short delivery, mistimes it, hits his body, going towards the third man boundary. There's a chase. Good effort there at the end, but Rahul is a bit dejected with himself. But at the end of the day, it was a really good effort.
Well, a very well directed, slower bouncer. The batsman completely missed that, and that's trickled through and gone for 4-leg buys.
He wouldn't mind that catch as long as he gets the boundary for it. It can, hit anywhere on the body or the bat. Saghir batting again. Mubin coming into bowl. The second delivery comes in wide outside off stump. What a beautiful delivery, right near that wide marker. Slower delivery, and he beats the batsman.
He's such a good bowler, Mubin.
Bit of a harsh call, though. I thought it was a wide, though, guys.
Yeah, well, perhaps, it's a cruel game, and sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it isn't. But our umpires have done a really, really good job throughout the tournament. It's not difficult, it's not easy to be in their shoes. They have a lot of decisions to make as Mubin bowls that faster short delivery, and Saghir has completely missed that. And that's why I like Mubin so much. He mixes his deliveries up very, very well. He's got a very good slower ball, and he bowls that pacey delivery. Again, they're well-directed deliveries. He's got a very, very strong line and length, which is why he's so effective.
He's bowled all these slower deliveries, like the slower bouncer as well as the bouncer, have all been on the same length. He's not, moved away from that length, which puts doubt in the batsman's mind, because both of these batsmen are known for their slogging. Once you're into your shot and you've gone with that, you just miss out. In comes Mubin once again. This one is on the money. Keeper's getting under it. He's called for it and he takes it. That's wicket number 1, and Mubin takes his first wicket. So 7 District lose their first wicket, and Saghir walks back to the pavilion, and that is the first jolt for them, because now Kes says I think he just clicked his fingers because he thinks it's one of his favorite batsmen come in to bat.
That brings Abdul Ghaffar to the crease. I've only seen one inning of his, Adil, and I can tell you he is absolutely destructive when he gets going. I've seen him. The last inning I saw of him was in the fan code DCC X10 game that 7 Districts played, and he hit some flat screamers that went out of the park.
I think when they scored that 100, you said, I'm sure I hope that they're going to send him up the order to bat, and here he comes in. Also, what helps is having a left-hander there. It puts a little bit of the bowler in a little bit of doubt, though I'll tell you, it's been a fabulous over up to now, with mix-ups and short bouncers and a quick bouncer as well. Mubin comes in, bowl this one. What a ball! First ball right on the money, slower one, and Abdul Ghaffar has to walk back.
Well. He's tried to hoik that, the first delivery that he's played, and it's just not bounced on him. And he's completely missed the ball, and the big wicket of Abdul Ghaffar has been taken by Mubin. What a brilliant over he's bowled. Abdul Ghaffar is walking back to the dugout for no score. 7 Districts are in the world of trouble at 11 for 2. That brings Shehzad Ali to the crease with 7 districts in a world of bother at 11 for 2. They've lost the big man Abdul Ghaffar. Abdul Shakur is still there as we have have a look at Shahid Ali's statistics. 13 runs in one inning at an average of 650, a huge strike rate of 260. He's going to want to play with that strike rate today if he intends on taking his team home.
Yeah, there's a big burden on his shoulders, and he's on a hat-trick. Mubin is. Hat-trick ball. Will he bowl a slow one or a bouncer? Comes in to bowl this one. Again on the money. Beautifully bowled. He was clever enough to bowl a quicker one on the stumps. With that, he's finished his first over. He's bowled, well, he gave away 4 leg byes. Apart from that, there were no runs off the bat. Brilliant first over. So he's given away technically no runs there. And he's taken away 2 wickets, 7 districts at the end of 2 overs, 11 runs for 2 wickets. Ehsan's first ball is played towards fine leg, scooped it, and that is a 4 to Abdul Shakur. That's what they're looking for, and he's done justice for his captain. This one's played towards fine leg, scooped, and that puts pressure on the bowler Ehsan, who bowls medium pace, and now he needs to bowl a tidy over. Remember that 7 districts is chasing 116 to win, and Ehsan coming in to bowl his second delivery. A bit of pressure on him. What a delivery outside off stump. On the rise, beaten Abdul Shakur. Abdul Shakur will be looking at upping the tempo here, and right now the pressure is on 7 districts.
Well, Abdul Shakur will have to do the bulk of the scoring if 7 districts are going to be coming close to that target. They've lost a couple of big wickets early on, and Ehsan is bowling really well. He got a lot of bounce off that previous delivery. A slower ball bowled and another dot ball.
I think the name of the game here has been the mix-ups when you're bowling those slower deliveries and leg cutters and off cutters, and these medium pacers have been bowling these slower deliveries, slower bouncers as well. They've done quite a bit of damage case.
And that's what we didn't see from the 7 districts bowlers. They were still bowling fast deliveries, and they were hit all over the park by the batsmen as Abdul Shakur has bunted that towards that backward point fielder and run through for a single.
Again, that was like an off-break bouncer that he banged right in the middle of the wicket. I mean, half tracker, but Shakur came down the wicket to hit it, and because of lack of pace, had to adjust his shot right towards the end, and that just gave away a single. So 5 deliveries, I beg your pardon, 4 deliveries, and Ehsan is just only given 5 runs up to now. He's coming in for his 5th delivery, 16 for 2, 2.4 over 7 districts. Here comes Ehsan once again. Oh, slower bouncer again, and beaten. Oh, they've called it a wide. That's a bit harsh. That's what cricket is about. But the umpiring, as Kes mentioned, has been good standard, has been in good stead. 7 districts, 17 for 2 with that wide. And with that, there is a change in the comm box. I have Mr. Shoaib come in.
Thank you, Amit ji.
Kabhi kabhi. So you know, it's been a bit of a shaken start for 7 District, chasing 116, and the last delivery was a wide. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery again. I think it hit him outside off stump, and they go through for a single. Bit wary right now. I think it's going to be a tall task for them.
Oh yes, absolutely. Also the height on that delivery, I think it hit him on the back foot when he was trying to pull it. So maybe that could also be a reason. But you're right, uphill task.
Yeah, with a chase of 116, Shoaib, you know, if you're bowling an over of 8 or 9 or 10, from here on, it's golden, gold dust for you, if I may say so. In comes Essen. Last delivery, beautiful delivery again. He's bowled such a lovely over. Apart from the first delivery that was played for a boundary, he's bowled a brilliant over. At the end of 3 overs, 7 districts, 18 for 2 and in trouble.
So 2 important batters for 7 districts are already back in the hut. Sagir scoring 3 of 8 deliveries, and Ghaffar, that big wicket out on a golden duck on the first ball. Mubin getting him. That has been a big blow for 7 districts. It's going to take a lot of doing from both these batters and the ones to come to get to that total of 116.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've been very clever with their bowling. I mean, he was on a hat trick as well. You know, he's done the damage, took those 2 wickets, and those were 2 big guns for 7 District, and that has put immense pressure. Riaz Khalik also played cricket with us for a long time. 4 innings, 2 wickets, 64 is the economy, and average of 32. He would want to better it. He's a very wily left-arm spinner, and he's going to come in to bowl to Shahzad Ali. This first delivery is on the off stump. It's slog swept towards deep square leg, and that is a single. Brings Abdul Shakur on strike, and they both have played with each other as well. Abdul Shakur knows Riaz Khalik very well, vice versa, and they still need 97 of 41. They need boundaries desperately, Shoaib.
Yes, they need boundaries, and they need it now. 97 of 41. Slower delivery from Riaz Khalik. He's bowling with a lot of conviction and a lot of thinking behind every delivery, I feel. He's bowled that slower delivery to Abdul Shakur, not giving him any pace. We know Abdul Shakur can hit the ball long if he's been offered some pace on the delivery.
I think they've learned by when they were batting. They know that lack of pace will always be golden for their cause. In comes Riaz. This one is played down towards long off and is going towards the boundary. Sails over for a 6, and that was a good shot.
It was indeed a good shot, and Riaz Khalik this time bowling it quicker, and in the slot you can see the quicker delivery, and all it took was just a clean hit straight down the ground to get that ball past the ropes for 6 runs.
I think the name of the game, as I was saying earlier, is mix-ups, and you know, you tend to, you know, the lack of pace and all. You get these power hitters to try and go with their own power. Riaz should learn his lesson from that one. Yes, and this next one, beautifully bowled. Batsman was beaten, keeper was beaten. They go through. Oh, there's an immense amount of dew on the ground. Did you see that? They've come back for 2. There was a splash there.
It was indeed, it's as if it has rained here at the Sevens Cricket Stadium. It's wet, and the dew is in a large amount. You can see that ball beaten. The keeper was beaten by that delivery as well.
That also will help the cause of the batsman, because the ball will slip out of the hands of the spinners. This next one again, lack of pace. Finally, Riaz is a clever bowler. You know, he's learned his lesson. Don't bowl the quicker ones. He's played towards point, and they go through for a single. Singles, Shoaib, will not hurt them at all from here on at all.
You're right, absolutely. I think singles will not be a problem at all for 11As. They've bowled well, and with every passing over, it's getting even more difficult for 7 districts to get to that total. 87 of 37 deliveries. They need some big hits right now.
Yeah, as of yesterday, I think the next one is played down towards long off. And again, they have cover there. And that is a single. Again, these singles will not hurt them at all. 7 districts at the end of 4 overs, 30 for 2.
नहीं इसको उधर ही नासिर भाई इधर काकू काकू इधर ही आ।
Nasir Aziz introduced into the attack. First ball, slower and outside off, hit straight to covers. Riaz Khalik. Have they taken a run? I don't think so.
Even if they haven't, you can see an animated Riaz there because, you know, I think the bowler shouted at him quickly, you know, and there was a mix-up. He wanted to go for a run-out, and these mix-up don't help the cause. Nasir is a wily character. He knows where to bowl and what to bowl. This next one, oh, beautifully played down the track, handsomely lofted, over long off for a fabulous 6.
Everything right about that shot from Abdul Shakur. Great use of feet, good swing of the bat, and when he hits, we know that it stays it flatter and has gone the distance for 6 runs.
Yeah, flat or not, I mean, it gave him 6 runs. He'd be happy with that. Nasir would be under pressure now because they would probably, Shakur would want to take Nasir for maximum amount of runs to put pressure on the opposition.
Yeah, you were mentioning during the break that they need to get at least a 15-run over from here on so that the momentum can shift and they can believe that they can, you know, score some big runs in the next few overs.
Next one, wanted to cut it and cut it hard. Completely beaten. Slower delivery by Nasir. Yes, they need an over that would set the momentum for them, and they're trying to target Nasir, who's one of the senior bowlers. This next one is on the legs, well bowled. A drifter, if I may say so. Played down towards long on. They've called for 2, and good running there. If it was a direct hit, could have been in trouble.
You're right. Good running between the wickets. They've taken the first run hard, put pressure on the field. A clean collect, good pickup, good release. Everything right. Just couldn't get it on the target. And you're right. Had that been a direct hit, it would have been curtains.
I think overall good cricket, you know. Batting, bowling and fielding, all 3 were on par. Next one, Nasir comes and bowls the 5th delivery of the over. That don't need to play these shots. This one, he tried to, you know, play it over the fine leg of the keeper and completely makes a mess out of it. Just a single. And that will, again, these singles will not hurt the cause for the bowling side.
The singles are not a problem at all for 11 ace. 7 districts trying to rotate strike, minimizing the number of dot balls. That was a good run, and Shahzad was in home.
I think what helps the cause is if you're getting those boundaries and then you keep taking the singles as well, it'll help. This next one is down the leg, and it is called a wide, and the keeper was very wily. He was waiting for the batsman to step out. It didn't, and Shahzad Ali is safe, and that's an extra ball that Nasir has to bowl. Is bowled 10 run over. If there's a boundary on this ball, that will be good for their cause. This next one is slogged away towards mid-wicket. They call for 2, but the fielder does really well. With that is the end of the over, and Nasir is given 11 runs in his first. 75 they need of 30 deliveries. 7 district at the end of 5 overs, 41 for 2.
Five bowlers used so far. 1 over each. Pick of the bowlers, Mubin Ali. He's the man who's been successful for 11 ace, getting 2 wickets in his first over. And no runs, only 4 leg buys. This is excellent bowling from Mubin Ali. I was looking for that wicket for the runs column, couldn't find it.
I know, because technically it's a maiden, but those 4 leg byes, right? But those 4 leg byes just went through the keeper, and he's bowled a magical over there in a T10 format, not giving away any runs any day. Any team would take it. Riaz coming into bowl his second over. He's given away 12. He would want to keep it there, abouts, and nothing more. Shahzad Ali facing.
Flighted delivery outside off, just giving it a lot of air. A fumble will allow them to go for the second.
He shouts, Aja, means, throw the ball in. I mean, why are you taking so much time? Because they were ready to take the second. And again, he's learned his lesson. This one was tossed up and just with absolute no pace in the delivery. And hence, he had to hit it hard and try to get a boundary there. It's not going to be easy now onwards because there's a lot of moisture in the outfield, and the ball will not travel off the ground unless you really hit it hard. Riaz in for his second delivery.
It's straight down the ground. Will only be a single.
Any captain would be happy with that in a T10 format. Give away as many singles and doubles you want to, because the doubles will only get you to 12 and singles 6 runs. As long as there's no flurry of boundaries from here on, I think 11 Ace have it in their pocket right now, Shoaib.
Absolutely, I think they're in a very comfortable situation in the game. 6th over in progress. Using his feet, ball keeping low on that occasion. He checked it at the last moment, Abdul Shakur, and they've taken 2 runs.
Well, misfield by Nasir, and that obviously warrants a second run. Riaz doesn't look happy. He should be happy because there's no boundary. Again, lack of pace, and all he could do is just play towards short cover because there was no bounce as well in the ball. And that was a good delivery, I say, in the aspect of the game. 71 of 27, still need.
Clean bowl, gets the bat, the edge, the flight has done the trick for Riaz Khalik. He's got the big man Abdul Shakur trying to accelerate. Was the need of the hour, was the need of the past hour, but
was the need of yesterday, mate. And that again, lack of pace, lack of bounce, because he's just letting the ball out of his hand as a flight, and with that inside edge onto the stumps. Abdul Shakur walking back to the pavilion. 19 of 16, 45 for 3, 7 districts in trouble. Hafiz Almas, 1 innings, 38 runs, 1 4 and 4 sixes. They would really want that right now, Shoaib. 271 strike rate, 38 best. They would want him to go for that.
Yes, I think he'll have to go for it. He's got no other option but to try and get every ball out of the park. First ball in the slot, and that's gone high up in the air. Will be a 6, so make that 4 sixes into 5 because he's hit one right on the first ball of the over.
6 number 196, almost hitting double century of 6s, mate. And to tell you what a power hit that was. Has sailed over long off for the maximum. I tell you what, he's coming to, he means business. And Riaz coming to bowl the last delivery, wouldn't want to give a boundary away again.
Expect a quicker delivery this time from Riaz. No flights it. That's smart bowling. Very smart bowling from Riaz Khalik to end the over. Brilliant spell as well in the context of the game. 2 overs, 23 runs and a wicket. 6 overs have been bowled. 52 for 3.
52. Sabir.
5 में कितना चाहिए? डिजिटल कौन सी जाएगा? Guys, you are behind the time, guys. Captain, you behind 3 minutes, guys. Come on. नहीं अभी नहीं लिया शाजू भाई.
I tell you what, they're still not a long way off. If they get one good over, you know, one really good over, 18 or 20 or whatever, it's back in. They're back in the game. Hafiz Almas would be fancying his chances. Shoaib Sultan on to bowl.
I think it's going to be very difficult, especially against Sultan, to score. Even if they get 10, I would say it's a good return against somebody like Sultan. But you're right, they don't have any other choice but to go after every delivery.
Yeah, there's no other option. Obviously, they have to go for it. 1.1 over, 8 runs he's given so far. 63 of 23. Sultan comes in to bowl to Shahzad Ali. This one again, a quicker one. Outside off stump, slides in, and he bowls those slanty armour deliveries very well, and they again come through for a single.
They need a 20-run over.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, you know, anywhere within the aspect of the game, they still got that power play, floating power play to go. They could take it any time now. This next one is cleaned him up. Quicker delivery on the stumps. That is another wicket. Wicket number 4. Hafiz Almas walks back to the pavilion.
That is the experience, that is the talent, that is the man, Sultan Ahmed, bowling it fast, bowling it on the stumps, targeting the armour coming in, and that has broken the armour of Almas. 54 for 4 as Hafiz Almas walks back after scoring 8 of 4.
इधर आ जाओ. हाँ वो जाएगा पीछे इधर.
We have Mohammad Zamir, who's come in to bat now. He's batting, and his partner Shahzad Ali, 15 of 10. Sultan up to now has bowled 3 lovely deliveries, 2 singles and a wicket coming in to bowl. 54 for 4, 7 districts still in the game. If they can manage, as I said, that 18-20 run over, they can come back into the game. Funny format this, anything can happen.
Anything can truly happen. Slighted delivery catch is the call from the keeper. It was way too wide for him.
I don't think he would have gotten that even in his 18 years of age as well. That was a bit far for him. But yeah, he tried for it, but bit too far-fetched. More of an excited call by the keeper. If you see, that's pretty far away from him. And, you know, he's dipping down as well. He gives a single, and Shahzad is batting. Shahzad has come across his stumps because he knows he's bowling the armours. Plays this one towards mid-wicket. They go through for a single. As I keep saying, the singles will not hurt the cause at all.
A 60 needed of 19 deliveries now. That's almost 20 run and over. One more ball to go. Mohammad Zamir, he'll be on strike. Has to go for a big hit on this on this delivery.
19 runs and over required now. They're batting at 8.2. This next one played down the ground by Zamir is high up in the air, and it crosses the boundary for a 6. And that is the end of the 7th over. 7 districts, 62 for 4.
So that's the batting card for 7 districts. The 2 batters out there in the middle. Shehzad on 16 of 11. Zamir hitting that 6 on the last ball of the previous over. He's on 7 of 2. 18 runs needed in every over from here on.
Well, 3 dot balls and 3 sixes.
Yeah, you can do that. You can afford to do that if you can hit 3 sixes in the over for the next 3 overs.
I think it's all about belief as well. You know, you've got to believe that you can do it. If your body language is dejected and you think, oh, it's too much of a tall task, then that's the difference between good cricketers and great cricketers. Great cricketers believe that they can get those runs, and if you have the belief, you can always do damage as well. Ehsan, his first over went for 7 runs. He was one of the main bowlers who didn't give away any runs. Very wily the way he was bowling. Only 1 boundary. That was of a scoop shot over the keeper's head. Apart from that, he bowled a brilliant first over.
Steps down again, that variation coming in from Ehsan. They're looking for 2. And a clean collect would have been game over for Mohammad Zamir.
Yeah, definitely would have spelled doom for him as well. Good throw by Riyaz Khalid. And these singles and doubles won't do any damage. I think he needs to stay where he is and try and get under the ball and hit it, because Ehsan is going to keep mixing it up and bowl the slower ones for the batsmen to use their power. Coming in to bowl the second delivery.
A slower bouncer this time. Looking for 2 again. Comfortable 2. So 2 deliveries. 4 runs.
Yeah, the bowling side will be also feeling very comfortable with those comfortable 2s. They don't mind as long as there's no crazy boundaries happening over here. 50 of the last 16 deliveries now needed. It's a very tall task. It's doable as per the mathematics, but very tall task.
Yeah, you're right. It's getting difficult with every passing ball now. So out of the 15 deliveries left, they need to hit at least 5 sixes. If they can do that, they'll get 30 of those 5 sixes, and the remaining 20 can come in the remaining 10 deliveries.
I think with the power hitters, they missed the trick. The openers and 1 down as well. They had it right, but getting out on the first ball, that's where they missed it. And they were the main players who didn't, flourish at the top. And that always puts a bit of pressure on the middle order and the lower order. Now it's, as you rightly said, they need, almost boundary, 3 boundaries, 4 boundaries in an over. It's getting worse and more hard for them. Again, beautiful delivery. Played down towards long on. Nasir collects, and that's just a single. He's bowled a magical second over as well up to now, Shoaib.
Oh, yes, I think the credit has to be given to the bowlers of 11 ace. With the due in place, they've managed to restrict 7 districts to 68 in 7.4. That needs a special mention, because it's not easy to grip the ball, and it's not easy to grip the ball, it's difficult to pitch it where you want. A short ball, and this time Shehzad gets that 1-6 out of 5. 4 more to go. Is it still game on here for 7 districts?
If you as I said, it's all about this very well played shot. That was a quicker bouncer and very well executed full pull shot. You would back yourself out of the next 13 deliveries. You could try and back yourself for at least 5 boundaries. Why not?
That has to be the plan. Get those 5 sixes. 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, using his feet. Again, that variation has done wonders for Ehsan and 11 ace all throughout the innings.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, if he were stand and deliver kind of a thing, would have done better. Again, the bowler mixed it up, and that is the end of the over. 20 runs given in his 2 overs. He must be feeling happy, Ehsan. 7 districts at the end of 8 overs. 75 for 4, needing 41 of 12. And the body and everything is everywhere. There's no
75 in 8 overs.
Used so far, pick of the bowlers, Mubin Ali, 1 over 5 dots, no runs and 2 wickets. Sultan Ahmed getting a wicket in his 2 overs, and Riaz Khalik bowling 2 overs, giving away 23 runs and a wicket.
He would be unhappy. He would want it to be called a maiden because it's leg buys, but a brilliant over that, and that makes a big difference. See, there's 1 over that has gone away, so basically you're playing with you have 9 overs to score those runs, and it makes a big difference. That was, for me, a magical over where he's given away no runs. Now, 75 for 4 of 8 overs. They're asking. You know, right now, what it is they've got to go for a boundary every over, every delivery, if I may say so. Mubin is back. He took away 2 wickets and no runs given in his 1 over.
Yes, he's back in the attack. 2 wickets for no runs, 4 leg byes, and he's come to bowl the penultimate over. I think it's the floating power play in progress. So you can only have 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. It's straight down the ground. They're looking for 2 and will get them. Yes, we'll get them.
I don't know why these fumbles are happening. Happened as well in the previous over. There was no clean collect. It's definitely the dew factor that, you know, it slips out of the hand. You you're not able to grip, you know, the leather ball because it becomes a bit soapy, and that's you know what brings it down, and you know you can't have a clean collection. Mubin comes in. This one, next one, beautiful delivery outside off stump. Oh, he got away with 1 when Kes was sitting with me, and we were saying, you know, that was a bit harsh. This one, he was unlucky rather, the bowler was called wide because a similar delivery, it after pitching started coming in, so that's been called a wide.
Law of averages catching up with Mubin. That's a good delivery. Oh, this is so difficult. This art of bowling back of the hand, slower deliveries, almost like a leg spinner. He's using his fingers, and especially with the wet ball, Adil.
Yeah, because it's very, very difficult for whether, even if you're grabbing a hold of the seam or the leather itself, the smoother part of the ball, it's very, very hard for you to grip it and to release it at the time that you want to. They've done a fabulous job bowling second with a lot of you know, dew that we have on the ground right now. Mubin has bowled a fantastic spell up to now. His 2 deliveries brilliantly bowled. 38 of 10 needed.
Another slow delivery, fuller in length. We'll get 2, but wouldn't matter them so much.
I think someone's doing a really good job keeping the ball dry. We probably is, because they've bowled really well. They've bowled according to plan, bowled in the right spots, and I think now they need a boundary every ball, Shoaib.
Well, the sweaters are out, Adil, and that is an indication that the weather is getting better.
Better and cooler. I'm wearing a hoodie, so I'm dressed for the occasion.
You're dressed for the occasion. Yes, you are.
Another beautiful delivery. There's an appeal for a run out. I don't think the umpire wants anything to do with it, but a good throw by the keeper. He thought the batsmen were going through for a single. Another beautiful delivery, slower one, a rollover of the fingers, and it's gone through, and there's a dot ball, a golden dot ball. 2 wickets for 5 runs. 2 more deliveries to go from his spell.
Clearly, for me, he's the MVP of the match. Most valuable player.
For sure, definitely. Bowled the best spell that he could want. And this one is on the money and played towards fine leg. Guided, if I may say so, off his hips towards fine leg. And Nasir does a good job cleaning it up. And they go through for a single. It's from here on, Unless you have a Yuvraj Singh. Looks pretty difficult, Shoaib.
Yeah, the 6 6s. That is what is needed, or a Karen Pollard, who's also got that.
Or a Gary Sobers as well. He's done it as well. So, but yeah, I mean, you know.
And Herschel Gibbs as well.
Yes, Gibbs as well. I mean, you know, it's a tall task here. 35 of 7, unless they get a 6 of this, and then still will be pretty difficult to get 20 odd in the last over. Let's see what happens, because the last delivery of his spell, he's bowled a fabulous, magical spell. 6 runs and 2 wickets. And Mohammad Zamir will be facing 7 districts, 81 for 4, 8.5 overs.
One more ball to go. Zamir on strike. Gets the slower delivery. I think that's right in front. Yes, Razik, the umpire, raises the dreaded finger. And another wicket. What a great finish to a magical spell, as you mentioned. A wicket on that last ball. And Zamir will have to walk back.
Let's have a look at this. I thought that was, yeah, looks pretty plumb. You know, it's a bit if you have a review, maybe on, you know, a little bit outside leg or something. But, you know, then again, umpire's call, and Mohammad Zamir walks back to the pavilion. LBW Mubin, 81 for 5 of 9 overs, 7 districts.
काकू इधर आ जा मुबीन मुबीन थर्ड मैन आ जा थर्ड मैन राइट आर्म राउंड टू यू अंदर इधर देखो अंदर पूरा पूरा अंदर ओए
Last over, Nasir coming in to bowl. He's given away 11 in the first over that he bowled. Shehzad Ali batting on 33 of 21. Tall task now. Almost impossible. Not impossible, but almost. 35 of the last 6 needed. Nasir round the wicket. This one is played down the ground. Is it going to be maximum? No, taken cleanly by Sultan. Wicket number 6 and wicket number 1 for Nasir falls. Came down the wicket to hit that one. Didn't middle it as much as he wanted to. Must be a heavier ball as well because of all the dew, and clean take by Sultan. Shehzad Ali walking back to the pavilion. 33 of 22 and 7 districts. 81 for 6 in 9.1 overs.
over, forward, 5 to come. Win. Win.
Nasir coming into bowl to Lahiru. This one is played down the ground. Is it? Well, misfield. Missed it completely. Sultan did well with the catch and missed this one. And I think the ball just skidded through near the boundary. So that's a boundary for the batsman. Adds to the total of 7 district. Nasir wouldn't be very happy with that. 85 for 6. In comes Nasir to bowl to Lahiru again. This next one is in the block hole almost. Played towards long off. And they go through for 2. Well run. Throw was a bit wayward. Unless otherwise the batsman would have been in trouble. 87 for 6. 9.3 overs. Rather, Nasir has given away, 17 runs in 1.3 overs. 3 more deliveries to go. In comes Nasir coming to bowl to Lahiru. This one is played down the ground and it's going away towards the fielder. Another catch, and that's wicket number 2 for Nasir. He must be happy with that case.
He's bagged a couple of wickets in his last over. He's bowled a very good spell. You can always count on Nasir Aziz to deliver the goods when the team needs it. It's not that they required him today. The game was almost practically over when he came in to bowl his last over. A wonderful catch by Rahul Chopra. As Lahiru walks back to the pavilion for 6 of 3 deliveries, and 7 districts are 87 for 7.
Well, the ball's definitely heavier. The batsman must be feeling, because there's a lot of dew on the ground. Nasir coming in to bowl the second last legal delivery of their innings. This one is on the off stump, and it's slogged towards long on. Sultan cleans up, throws it back to the bowler. So that almost sums it up for them. 28 runs needed of 1 legal delivery. Nasir, 1.5 overs, 2 for 18. Mohammad Farooq will face this one. 7 districts, 88 for 7, 9.5 overs. Nasir coming in to bowl the last delivery. Mohammad Farooq tries to slog sweep him, misses everything, and that is a dot ball. That is a win for 11 Ace. As Kes said earlier, they're one of the best sides of the tournament, and 7 district could only manage, chasing 116 to win, 88 for 7 of 10 overs.
Yeah, commanding win from 11 Ace. They've won by 28 runs. And a little bit to think about from 7 districts perspective. They've lost their second game on the trot. They've only played 2 games, mind you. But they can take some positives from this game, but that looks like a very, very well balanced unit to me. 11 Ace win by 27 runs.
Seven districts batting card. Saghir out for 3 of 8. Shakur bowled Riaz 19 of 16. Ghaffar bowled Mubin 0. First ball. And Shehzad caught Sultan bowled Nasir 33 of 22. Almas 8 runs. Zamir could score 8 runs as well. Farooq not out 0. Lahiru got out for 6 runs. Shahid not out, could only manage 1. 88 for 7 was the scorecard. And 11 Ace bowling. Sultan 2 overs, 1 wicket for 17 runs. Mubin Ali 2 overs, 6 runs for 3 wickets. Pick up the bowler. Ehsan Shehzad 2 overs, 20 runs for no wicket. Riaz Khaliq 2 overs, 23 for 1. Nasir Aziz 2 overs, 18 for 2. A brilliant bowling performance, 10 extras of that, and a handsome win of 27 runs. And that is the highlights of the match. If you see the highlights, you know, there were some very wrong shot selections, and these wickets, apart from Ghafoor, who tried to get a few runs, there were some brilliant bowling performances there, and a few boundaries hit, but they kept losing wickets. Ghafoor getting out there off an inside edge. Riaz Khaliq also got hit for a 6, and then came back quite cleverly and bowled a good spell. Sultan bowled really well and took that wicket, and again got hammered for a 6, or rather not for a 6, that was a catch as well. There were again a few flurry of boundaries, but they couldn't manage to keep going. That was the last wicket that fell leg before, and that was the icing on the cake for them. That's the wicket that Nasir took, the last 2 wickets. This one again played down the ground and misfielded by Sultan. and that was the last wicket. Did not get the middle of the bat. Clean take there by the fielder, and those are the highlights for the game. So 11 ace win the match by 27 runs.
Let's look at the match summary. 11 ace batting first, getting 115 for 5 of their 10 overs. Usman Khan played a brilliant knock of 59 of 23. Hafiz was the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 19 of his 2. 7 districts in reply could only get together 88 for 7 of their 10. Shahzad Ali played a breezy knock of 33 of 22, well supported by Abdul Shakur, 19 of 16. Mubin, the player of the game for me, 3 for 6 of his 2 overs as 11 ace won by 27 runs. We're going to head down to the presentation area for the post-match presentation with Shoaib Ahmed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation for the game between 11 ace and 7 districts. 11 ace batting first got to a score of 115 in their allotted 10 overs, and that score was more than enough for their bowlers to defend because they bowled exceptionally well. All the bowlers came out and performed, and they knew their role in that second innings, restricting the team 7 districts to 88 for the loss of 7 wickets. 11 ace finally winning the game by 27 runs. Joining me in the post-match presentation is the match referee, Mr. Shiju Sam. He's got the player of the match memento in his hand, and this goes to a bowler who's bowled exceptionally well. That first over just gave away 4 leg byes, but other than that, he was absolutely brilliant. 2 wickets in that first, a wicket in the second, 2 overs, 6 runs and 3 wickets. It is Mubin Ali, the player of the match. He'll be handed over the player of the match memento by Mr. Shiju Sam, match referee. Thank you. मुबीन, बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो आपको. कैसा लग रहा है प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच लेकर?
सब तो पहले अल्लाह ताला का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ. अल्लाह ताला ने मुझे इस इज़्ज़त से नवाजा, तो बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि मैंने मैच टीम के लिए परफॉर्म कर सका हूँ. बहुत खुशी हो रही है इसके लिए. मेरी टीम आगे अभी क्वालिफाई कर जाएगी सेमीफाइनल के लिए.
आज की बॉलिंग की अगर बात करें तो आपने जो स्लोअर डिलीवरीज थी वो बहुत ही बखूबी डाली, और जो एग्जीक्यूशन था, ड्यू भी होता है तो बहुत मुश्किल होता है. बताइए कैसे आपने प्लान किया और कैसे आपने गेंदबाजी की?
सर असल में बॉल पिच में रुक रहा था और मेरा एक टीममेट है गैरी, उसने मुझे बोला, उसने बोला बॉल रुकेगा और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बॉल थोड़ा लेंथ पर रख के पीछे करते जाना. बॉल रुक रहा था और ऑटोमेटिक वो हिट ट्राई करने जा रहा, क्योंकि T10 है और हर बॉल पे हिट ट्राई करनी होती है, तो वो बस बॉल रुक रहा था, वो ट्राई कर रहे थे, तो अच्छा माशाल्लाह गिर गया बॉल लाइन पे, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
इस टूर्नामेंट का आपका ये पहला प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच मोमेंटो है, अवार्ड है, किसे डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
तो ये सुल्तान भाई हैं हमारे सीनियर, उन्होंने वो ही अंदर गाइड करते हैं. उस्मान भी हो गए, सुल्तान भाई हो गए, यही गाइड करते हैं अंदर, ये इधर करो इधर करो, सीनियर हैं, तो इनको ही जाता है.
अच्छा, जो सबसे करीब खड़े हुए उनके नाम ले लिए आपने?
क्योंकि वही समझाते हैं, क्योंकि लॉन्ग ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंट वही लॉन्ग ऑफ पे जो खड़ा होता है वही होता है ना, फिर वही गाइड करता है. फिर बस वो बोलते हैं इधर लाइन पे करो ये चीज़, क्योंकि वो जानते हैं सबको किधर बॉल किधर करना है. लाइन बताते हैं, मैं करता रहता हूँ और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह विकेट मिल जाता है.
बहुत अच्छा आपने बॉलिंग किया और हम उम्मीद करते हैं आप इसी तरह गेंदबाजी करते रहें. वेल डन एंड ऑल द बेस्ट.
इंशाल्लाह. थैंक यू सर.
That was the player of the match, Mubin Ali. That's it from the post-match presentation. We'll head to our gentlemen in the comm box. So let's head to them.
Thank you, Shoaib. That look at the match results for today. Future Mattress beat Pacific Group by 44 runs in match number 23. IGM won the game by 8 wickets against VTAC Volts, and match number 24, which we've just witnessed, 11 Ace have won by 27 runs against 7 districts. Points table, Group A, IGM top of the table, 6 wins out of 6 with 12 points. Defenders and DCC Starlets are on 6 points apiece. VTAC Volts have not been able to add to their tally of 4, and Liari Kings are winless and without any points. That's the points table for Group B. 11 Ace with that win have taken top spot. They're now on 8 points. Future Mattress with 6 points in second place. Colata Chocolates with 4 points in third. Pacific Group have not added to their tally yet. They're with 2 points, and 7 districts have lost their second game and are without any points on the board. We have more exciting games coming to you from the 7th Stadium tomorrow. Liari Kings will be taking on IGM. 7 districts play their game against Colata Chocolates, and Interglobe Marine, IGM again, take on Defenders CC in the last game of the day tomorrow. And that's all from us. We look forward to welcoming you tomorrow. Until